What's up, guys? Welcome to this Laravel React mastering. In this tutorial, you will master how to add data into database, delete data, and update data. If you are new in Laravel, feel free. Watch this tutorial to the end and see what happened. Let's get started. Let me show you what you will be building. You will learn how to add data. We can call this data Apple, laptop. The category we will price can be 1,500. Category laptops. You can add your best description, best laptop in GH. Select the image. Now save. As you can see, you can add as many as you want, or you edit. If I want to edit this project, I click on edit. As you can see, I can as well change the image. Best battery. You can save. As you can see, it's now best battery. Not just that, you can as well delete. We have deleted, and your page isn't refreshing. Is that not amazing? Watch this tutorial till the end and stay blessed. Let's go. Welcome to What's up, guys? Welcome to this awesome tutorial. My name is Bright. In this tutorial, we are going to master Laravel React application. Without wasting much of your time, let's get started. I believe you have your Laravel installed. If no, please navigate to laravel.com/13x/installation. Currently, we are on Laravel 13. Because I have my Laravel installed, I'll be using Laravel default installation. Laravel new, followed by the name of our application, Laravel React. Then hit enter. Follow me step by step. We don't need authentication. Okay, just hit enter to run npm run build. Okay, guys, I'll be opening this application using VS Code. You can feel free to make use of any code editor of your choice. CD into your project. There are many text editor of there are many text editor out there, so feel free to make use of any of them. Let's digest a little bit into Laravel folder architecture. Looking at Laravel folder architecture, you will see that Laravel was built using MVC architecture, that's model view controller. We'll be focusing on controllers, JS folder, and web.php. If you open the app folder, HTTP, controllers, we'll see Laravel default controllers. For us to start our development server, we will say composer run div. Here is Laravel default homepage. Since we are using Laravel React, you will find it on Resource, JS, pages. Now welcome.tss. Remember, on Laravel, you will simply see it on views, welcome.blade.php. Welcome.blade.php. Now open up your project, which is running on port 8000. Without wasting much of your time, we'll be creating a new file called add product.tss. And we'll create another called update.tss. Okay, our Laravel project has opened and we are currently on Laravel 13. You can also modify this. Save the changes. Refresh the page. You'll notice it says welcome. Without wasting much of your time, let's create our controller. We'll be using this controller to insert, update, and delete data. To create your controller, you simply use PHP artisan, make controller, followed by the name of your controller. We will call this product controller. Then hit enter. As you can see, we now have our product controller on our controllers folder directory. Navigate back to routes, web.php. Now we will be removing this route and create our own route. Remember, we are using get method. It's our home page, so we don't need any name over there. product controller. Make sure you import it. We'll call it home. And the name should also be home. Navigate back to product controller. On our product controller, public function home. Remember that is the name we called it. Return remember on Laravel we say return view, but currently we are using Laravel React. Render, remember the name is welcome. Save the changes. Move back to your web.php, save the changes. Refresh your page. Everything is still the same way it was. So if you have made it to this point, congratulations. Move back to your add. Remember, we have to navigate from one page to another page. From add to view. To do this, we have to create a simple navigation. A simple navigation. Create a folder on pages folder directory called layout. On layout, create a file called settings. That's our page settings.tss. Now, follow me step by step. Interface. Page settings, we'll call it page settings. Children. We use React Node. Remember, you need to import it. Navigation. If you are familiar with TypeScript, Boolean, you will be able to understand what we are doing. But if you're a beginner, feel free, watch this tutorial from beginning to the end. Believe me, you will thank me later. Leave a comment on the comment section below. For us to use our page settings, children, navigation, footer, from page settings. We want to check if there is any navigation. So we'll be checking if our navigation is true or false. You will understand better. If true, we can call our nav. Navigation. Over here, we want to get our children. We can also do the same with footer. If true, we can bring our footer. With this, you have made things easy to choose if your homepage, add to cart, checkout page, and about us if you want to enable navigation or footer. It makes things very easy and simple for you. And we'll be using this on all our pages. So if you navigate to your welcome page, you can as well call our page settings. Remember, we just imported it. The red warning you are seeing is as a result of your TypeScript. For you to prevent this, you can make them optional. So we can make our navigation optional and we can make our footer optional. The same way with the children, but it's what we must use. So no need to make them optional. As you can see, the warning has just disappeared. Save the changes. Your page is still the same way it is. If you enable navigation, you can call your navigation, set your navigation to true. Now you will see your navigation will automatically appear. Navigation. We'll be creating our navigation. Remember, we will not be styling much. We'll call it navigation.css. If you're not familiar with TypeScript and you're a React or Nest.js developer, believe me, after watching this tutorial, you will be confident in building application using TypeScript. The same way, the same format, please watch this tutorial and feel free to leave a comment on the comment section. I want you to create a CSS folder or file. We can as well use Tailwind, but I also want to teach you how to connect your CSS if you're not good in Tailwind CSS. We can call this nav.css. You can as well link your nav.css import nav.css. On our navigation, it will be easy navigation. Home. Add product. View product. Save the changes. Now move back to your settings. Instead of this hard-coded navigation, we will be importing our navigation. Okay, sorry for this. Move back to your navigation. Okay, it's okay. Navigation. Import your navigation. Save the changes. You will now see your navigation. We can style it a little bit. Display. flex, align items should be center. We can as well justify content to space between. If you want, we can give it a background color. Remember, we are not doing more stuff to be black. And we can have our colors to be, the color should be white. Save the changes. Okay. We can implement padding. Our padding should be top and down can be 5. Side by side can be 10. Save the changes and watch out the way it is now. It's a little bit okay. Remember, we created a file called add product. Navigate back to your route, web.php. It's a get method. We can call it add. Navigate back to your product controller. Remember, we called it add. Return. Render. Is add product. Move back to navigation. On your add product, you can simply refresh the page. Click on add product. Now you can see we are now on add product page. On our add product page, simply import page settings. We call these settings. Enable navigation. As you can see, without us enabling the navigation, it's still the same way it was. Now, enable navigation. Set navigation to true. Now, our navigation is already here. Move back to welcome.css. As I said earlier, we'll be using this particular page to view our product. I just copied my Tailwind CSS table. Feel free to ask AI, ChatGPT, or Cloud to create a simple table for you. But I advise, if you're a beginner, no need for this. Type it yourself. The more you build projects, the more you know. Save the changes, move back to your page. As you can see, this is just a simple page table which we'll be using to view our products later. Now back to add products. We'll be creating our form. We'll be using this form to insert data. I just noticed that this tutorial will be lengthy, so I want to cut it from here. Later, we continue. So this will be the end of part 1 of this tutorial. Feel free to watch the part 2